What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Recently, I have taken my white car to my buddy Mike's house. Mike's has been on the channel before. You guys know Mustang Mike. We got issues. We got to get them figured out. We got a week to do it. So let's get right into it. Most of y'all know we are heading to Ford Takeover next week, right? We've been shaking the white car down quite a bit, and I've been taking you along for the ride for the most part. It's just a street car doing race car shit. You guys all know that. Did a little draggy video, whatever. Let's get this trailer hooked in, and I'll talk to you while I get ready. All right, so you guys know that Ford Takeover is Caleb Foxcast Media's event. We usually try to make the trip down. This will be our second year in a row. But I gotta go pick up my white car, head down to my buddy's place, and have them looked at. So there's some things that we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna show you. He knows a lot about racing and suspensions and Foxbodies and stuff. So I had him look at my Foxbody, and he came up with some determinations on some stuff I'm gonna need to do. Now I usually do most all of my work on my Foxbodies by myself, but I felt it was kind of important that I had a second look at my Foxbody to see, you know, because we had some, you know, we've been having some issues with it going straight, you know, with it steering left and steering right, and you know, you get up to a certain mile an hour and the car just wants to kind of creep all over the track. I had my buddy go through the suspension who helped me hook it up before, and that's where we're about to head. So we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you what some of the things that we have found wrong, and I literally have a week to get them fixed. So got the trailer strapped in, we're ready to roll. Let me get out there and show you guys what I'm talking about. We are here. You know what they say, we all have that one guy that we could always rely on. Let me introduce you to Mike. This guy.
Interrupting my mowing time.
So I'm interrupting your mowing time? All right, so when it comes to Fox bodies, suspensions, and old school stuff that we do on the channel, there's one guy that I, you know, trust the most. It's my buddy Mike. He's been around Fox bodies as long, if not longer, than I have. He's also got a really nasty little mock that he's building. Let me go up here and show you what's going on. And the reason why we're here, because I had to get a second opinion on what was going on with my Fox body. So
I want it to square.
you took it for a ride?
Yeah. Dude, it was knocking the rear tires off in fourth at like 65 miles an hour.
Oh, I mean, there's no tire. I mean, I put those brand new Mickeys on, and I did a video on them, and I had, you know, yeah. They're a good tire. They stick.
They are. I thought they were better than that. My uncle had them on his Cobra.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 11-second car, but it would only go like 165, 168, 60 foot. But I mean, I thought they were better than that.
Yeah. That's a good tire for sure. So what'd you think?
It's a handful. Not very many cars intimidate me on the street, but that's one.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse here soon, huh?
Yeah.
We got some big plans coming. We're not even gonna really discuss anything right here because there's really not much to discuss, but it isn't a GM product.
That's what you do. Look at the decorations in my garage.
I get it.
I had no choice.
There's our black coupe that he and I built. Well, pretty much him. I just gave him a bunch of parts. Mike just.
We did it.
We did some stuff. Yeah, see, stick shift.
Like 16 straight hours to put the cage in that thing one night.
That car is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, that's another level.
I think is that Pop's car? See his car is his dad's car too, like my blue one. And that's on nitrous.
Yeah, that was on a lighter hit than it is now.
Anyways, so what we got going on right here?
04 comp orange. Had a Pro Charger on it up until 2018.
Yeah, that didn't go very well.
It went real well until he kicked a couple of rods out of it.
So then he ended up getting this bright idea to go coyote.
Here's one of the rods that didn't break somehow.
Built for it tough, bro.
When it was on Kevin's dyno, it made 520 something at 5,900 RPM, and then I upped the boost and put 2 degrees of timing in it, and
got
shipped
greedy.
it at 72. So it was probably making about 640, 660 wheel when it finally blew up.
So what do you got? You got a Gen 2.
Yeah.
This is that VS Racing turbo that I was going to put on the white car or the black car.
The 8096.
Yeah. So he's got a little bit to do still, guys. But you know, we're talking a full weight car, street car. You know, it's got a little cage in it, just like the black car. So what do you have for a transmission in here, Mike?
It's a fully built 470W, Circle D triple disc.
Woo! The car went like 830s or something like that it came out of.
It went low weights that the Fox that the trans came out of. It's set up for this exact combination. The Fox was probably 200 pounds lighter than this car is going to be, but close enough.
Right. We brought the car here. Okay, so let me explain. I do most, if not all, my own work. But everybody's got that one guy that, you know, when things aren't going right, when things aren't right at all, you look at them and say, dude, help me out. I'm kind of at a loss here or whatever. So as you guys already knew, we had been going, like we get up, I think we figured out the 8th mile hit, you know, but once I got the 4th gear, the car was kind of drifting quite a bit. And you're going to get that naturally anyways with some slicks or even, you know, tires that don't have a lot of pressure on them or whatever. But Mike actually came up with something that I completely was, completely ignoring. So I'll just let him take it from here. What did you find on my car?
We did check a few things out. I mean, if you want to start with the big thing, I think it's the bump steer kit. If you look at the tie rods on the thing, I mean, the tie rods are supposed
let's
to
look
sit
at that
level.
real quick.
Yeah, you get a flashlight.
He showed me this in a picture, and I had no idea. I didn't think
it does affect drivability, and you know, it does affect a lot of high-speed stuff here, especially when you look. Okay, so if you look at that tie rod, that's supposed to be level with the ground. It's supposed, you know, or level with your, like the, right there.
So that requires a bump steer to bring that tie rod down.
Yeah, the bump steer kit, and it'll bring it down, and the car will drive a lot smoother at speed. It'll just drive better everywhere. Is that the B problem? Maybe, but it's definitely a problem.
Yeah, that's that. I had no idea. I completely forgot about the bump steer, and I didn't realize how ridiculous it was until he actually brought it to my attention. And then, of course, he was yelling at me about a drive shaft loop.
Yeah.
Which I already have the drive shaft loop. I just haven't put it on like a dumbass.
We took some measurements, you know, I took some chassis points here. That's just real quick, so I didn't forget them. The only thing that was out was a cross measurement. I got, you know, 105 and a half, 105 and a quarter. That could be like just a K member, just ever so slightly sitting over, which is fine because these measurements are the same. This is the same. If the K member shifted to one side, you know, less than a quarter inch or right around there, it's not going to affect how the car handles.
So when we get it back, since he said that, when we get it back over to the shop, we're gonna check our K-member bolts, make sure they're not kind of backing out a little bit. We're gonna get that bump steer. We already got it on order. I think we ordered the BAX 104, which is the SN95 bump steer kit, because we have SN95 spindles in the front. So we're gonna go ahead and put them on, and you know, get it ready for Ford Takeover coming up next week, and we're gonna turn it up and see what happens. So. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it, dude. I appreciate you looking at that. I mean, we were going to actually change the gears. We were actually going to switch over to a 410 because the T56 that we have in here is face-plated, and I wasn't real sure that I wanted to run the 355s anymore, but we did that mile an hour.
We did some gear calculation. Turns out he doesn't want to spend $8,600 going through the traps. So.
No. So we're just going to turn it up and mess with the shock settings and get the car to drive straight again. And then we have some new plans coming up for this, too. Here in the next few months, it's already in order. So,
even in my flip flops.
Hey, did you my car in flip-flops?
No, it's chilly outside.
Trust Mike with everything. In my cars and my trailers, it don't matter. Oh. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. Yeah, everybody's got that one guy that you rely on when you're racing, and you're asking for advice or whatever. But Mike's been a good friend of mine for a number of years. He's a good race friend of mine. And I just had to have him look over my car because he helped me set the suspension up before, back when we first got it all set up, and I just trust him. He's a good dude. He's been faster than me on a number of cars. So if you guys enjoy the channel, if you guys enjoy stuff like this, hit that comment and like below. We got some channel merch and we got some channel memberships and stuff. If you guys want to check that out, super appreciate that. But outside of that, I just appreciate you, tagging along with me today, and we will see you soon in the next video.